Hello again. We've had our share of the future perfect, future continuous. Okay, now we'll change another page, right? Another topic. Why I give emphasis to some verb tenses at times? Because I use the verb tense to compare with others and to give more examples. Sometimes it's necessary in order to see it thoroughly in a way that everybody understands. Okay, all right, so now it's a different topic. We will be seeing expressions such as when and if, right? And some examples of usage in many situations, in an array of situations. Okay, so let's get going. So today is this. Tonight, today. All right. When, let's see some examples. When and if. I'm going to write two sentences here that will be linked by the term when, okay? I will send him an email when I get to work. See here that we have two sentences linked by the expression. Why do I consider that we have two sentences? Because we have the verb send and the verb get, okay? There are two sentences and the core of the sentence here is the verb send and here the verb get. So these two sentences, this is sentence 1 and this is sentence 2. They are linked by the term here, when. Okay, pay attention to one thing. If I use when, a when part in a sentence, the verb that comes in the when part of a sentence will be in the simple present, right? For example, when I get to work, get is the simple present. When part sentence, and then we have another sentence. Another sentence has to be in the simple future. It has to be in the future. Okay, so it's wrong if you use when I will get to work. Why is it wrong? Because when you have a when sentence, it's not possible to use the future. If you use the future, it's wrong. A when sentence, this is a when sentence, right? When I get. It's necessarily, if you use a verb tense, simple present here. When I get to work, I will send him an email. Because this is a conditional sentence, right? Conditional sentence. So just keep that in mind. We'll see more examples here. She will leave when it stops raining. She will leave when it stops raining. We have two sentences here. The sentence that has when, a when sentence, right? And the sentence that doesn't have when, right? When it stops raining. So when you have, if you have a when sentence, simple present, the other sentence, future. Okay, so you can see there is a pattern here, right? There is a pattern. When you are in the US, visit me, or come visit me, right? Come visit me. Come visit me. When you are in the US, come visit me. Is it correct or not? It's correct. I'm using an infinitive tense here. No, let's see. Yeah, but it's correct. It's correct. This is another example, right? Come visit me, or you will visit me. So when I have when sentence here, a when sentence, what's the verb tense of the when sentence? Simple present, okay? Simple present. The other one can be used in the imperative form, right? Can be used in the imperative form. It's not exactly imperative, but how can I say? It's more like the infinitive, maybe. It's not imperative because I'm not giving you an order. It's not like in Portuguese, okay? All right. Another sentence, which will be the last one, right? What do you want to be when you finish college, when you finish high school? What do you want to be? This is a question, right? This is one sentence. Verb want, the core, right? The main verb of the sentence. And the when sentence here, when you finish high school. So when you have when sentence, the verb tense is present tense. Okay? So this was the last example. There are many other expressions which can which have a similar effects, right? Examples such as after, before, as soon as, while, and till or until. Right? I will write one example of each sentence like this so that you can understand what I mean. After I study, I will watch TV. After I study. So this is an after sentence. So if it's similar to the when sentence, remember when you had when sentence in which the verb is written in the simple present. So it's the same thing here. After I study, I will watch TV. So the first part, the first sentence, or the sentence that comes with the word after has to be in the simple present. If you write after I will study, it's wrong, okay? Before I, let me see another example. Before I go with you, I will have to tell my parents. Right? Suppose that you are underage and you want to go to a party with someone. So before I go with you, I will have to tell my parents. So before, the sentence which has before is in simple present, right? The same as the when sentence we have seen before, okay? Another example, as soon as you read it, lend me your book. Okay, I want to read your book, but you are still reading the book. So as soon as you read it, lend me your book. Okay, the infinitive sentence here. So as soon as you read it is one sentence. And when you have such sentences with the expressions when, after, before, and as soon as, the sentence which has as soon as, the verb is in the simple present. Okay? While she cooks, he will set, while she cooks, he will set the table. So it has the same context here, right? Or while she cooks, he will set the table, or maybe it will be better to use in this context. He will, while she cooks, let me see what I'm going to use here. While she cooks, he is setting the table. Because here I believe it's better, because it emphasizes that while she does something, another action is taking place in the continuous tense. It's not wrong to write he will set the table, okay? It's correct. But I think it's better writing this way. Okay, so both things are correct. But no matter what verb tense comes with the other sentence, the while sentence here has to come in the simple present. She won't talk to me until I apologize. I have to apologize to her, right? Because I have done a terrible thing. So until I apologize to her, until is in a sentence which main verb is apologize, and until simple present. So summarizing what we have seen here, when we have expressions such as when, after, before, as soon as, while, and until, what happens here? The sentence, it's not possible to use will with such sentences. You can't use will, right? You can use other sentences, verb tenses, for example, while, for example, here I can write, instead of while she cooks, he is setting the table, I can write while she is cooking, he is setting the table. Is it possible? Yes. What I mean by this lesson is that it's not possible to use the future, right? You can't use will in the if part tense. So it's possible to use the present? Yes, not the future tense. Other verb tenses can come as well, right? Other verb tenses. So, for example, when you have a when part sentence, it can be in the present and other verb tenses, but not the future. what I want you to memorize is that when you have when you have after, before, as soon as, while, and until in one sentence, you can't use the future tense, okay? All right, that's it, people. Until next video.